In this video, I explain the bleed-off circuit for double-acting cylinders. So first we understand what is the meaning of the bleed-off circuits. Then after we understand the bleed-off circuit for extensions and the bleed-off circuits for the retraction. So here you see this diagram for the bleed-off circuit for extensions. In a bleed-off control circuit, a bypass line is connected to inlet of cylinder. Means in a bleed-off control circuits, we providing the flow control valve in a bypass line. Means we need to provide one bypass lines, okay. And bypass line is provided at which location? At the inlet of the cylinders, okay. So we know that inlet of the cylinder is changed, okay. During the extension stroke, left side is for the inlet, and for the retraction stroke, the rod end port R is the inlet for the cylinders. So cap and port C is inlet for extension stroke, and rod end port R is the inlet for retraction strokes. Means when we study the bleed-off circuit for the retraction strokes, we need to provide this bypass line on the rod and port sides, and when we study the bleed-off circuit for extensions, we need to provide the bypass line on the cap and port sides. A flow control valve is placed in this bypass line. Means first we need to draw one bypass line, and in these bypass lines we are providing the flow control valves. This FCV means flow control valve, bypass the control amount of the oils, okay. Means this flow control valve is bypass the control amount of oil, flow back to reservoir. Means they supplied the bypass amount of oil again to the main reservoirs, and only the remaining amount of the oil will flow to the cylinders. And so by controlling the bypass flow rates, we control the flow rate going to the cylinders. Now we understand in detail during this both the stocks. Now before moving ahead, I request to like the video and subscribe my channels for watching the more video related to the OHP and another subject of the mechanical engineering for the OHP. Various link is provided in descriptions as well as on a card on a top right screen of your mobiles or a laptop. For more subject, I request to visit the playlist. Now first we understand the bleed-off circuit for extensions. Now here you see this is the basic component for the hydraulic systems, and this is the P port and T port of the directional control valve. Here is A port and B port. This is the cylinder ports. This is the double acting cylinder. This is the cap and port C. Here this is the rod end port R. So A port is connected with the cap and port. B port is connected with this rod end port R. Okay. Now we are studying the bleed-off circuit for extensions. Okay. And earlier we studied that during the extensions or a retractions, okay, we are providing the bypass line at the inlet of the strokes, okay. So during the extension we know that cap and port is the inlet, okay. So we need to provide the bypass lines in these lines, okay. And during the retraction, this is the inlet. So during the retraction we provide this bypass line on these sides, okay. So here you see this V1 provide this one bypass lines, okay. And this bypass line is connected with these oil reservoirs, okay. So in this bypass line, here you see this is a symbol of flow control valve is drawn. So FCV is provided here, okay. And this outlet of the flow control valve is connected with these reservoirs, okay. So for the simplicity, here I draw the symbol of the reservoirs, or you directly draw these lines on these main reservoirs. Now in a first positions of 4/2 DCV, oil under the pressure flow from P2A and B2T. So in this diagram you see that this is for the first positions, okay. So P port is connected with the A, B port is connected with the T. So oil under the pressure flow from P to A, and then after they reaches on these points, okay. Then what happened? Now we study here. But this flow control the flow because the control amount of oil is released back to the tank through the FCV. Means according to this requirement, oil is entered here, so, okay. From these points, some quantity of the oil is bypassed and again supplied it to the reservoirs, and the required quantity of the oil is only supplied it to the cap and ports, okay. And this required quantity of oil is applied the forces on the pistons, okay. So we are able to control the speed of the pistons as well as the actuators during the extension. So here the extension is written, means we are only control the speed during the extensions, not for the retractions. Only the remaining amount of the oil is flowing into the cylinders and piston is extend slowly. Why piston is extend slowly? Because some quantity of the oil is go back to the oil reservoirs, and small quantity of oil is supplied to the cap and pots. That's why the speed is reduced. In the second positions of the 4x2 DCV, second position means when this directional control valve is connected on the second position. So in second position you see that P port is connected with this B port and A port is connected with this T port. So this flow is free flow. There is a no FCV in the line, hence the piston is retract at the high speed, which is not controlled. Means oil enter from the P port to the B port, means here it's coming, then oil is supplied to the rod end ports. Okay, then the oil is enter and apply the some force on the piston, and piston is moving. Okay, now when the piston is moving during the retraction, that is a right to left, so some oil is present here. Okay, so oil is directly supplied to the A ports. Oil is not go to the flow control valves. Okay, or either the oil is going to flow control, they are also going to the reservoirs. Okay, so we are not able to control this speed. So this is called as the bleed off circuit for extension stocks. Now we study bleed off circuit for retractions. So these are the basic component that we already studied. Okay, and we know that in a bleed off circuit the bypass line is provided at the inlet of the stocks. Okay, so which is the inlet line for the retraction? So we know that this is the rod end port line is the inlet for the retractions, and the cap and port side is the outlet for the retractions. Okay, so bypass line is provided in this line, in B to R line. So this is the bypass line. In this bypass line the flow control valve is put in. So here you see this is the FCV, and its speed is flow is controllable, that is the variable speed. That's why this arrow line is drawn. And this outlet of this bypass line is connected with this reservoir. So here we draw the small reservoirs, or either you draw these lines to the main reservoirs. So in a first positions of the 4x2 DCV. Okay, so this diagram is actually for the second position, not for the first positions. Okay, so we know that during the first position extension is going on. Okay, and during these extensions we are not able to control the speed. That's why it is go with the higher speed. Okay, so we are only able to control the speed during the retractions. Okay, and the retraction is going for the second positions of the directional. So in a first positions we are not able to control the speed, so they are moving with the higher speeds. So in a first positions of 4x2 DCV, oil under the pressure flow from P to A and B to T. So here you see P port is connected with this A port, and this B port is connected with this T ports. This flow is free flow. There is a no FCV in this line, hence the piston is extended at the higher speed, and which is not controllables. In a second position means here you see this diagram is for the second positions. Okay, so oil under the pressure flow from P to B and A to T. So here you see this P port is connected with this B port, and A port is connected with this T ports. So pressurized oil is enters in a P port. From the P port it's go B ports. Okay, and from the B port here oil is come. It's have the two option. Oil is directly go to the rod end port, and some quantity is go in a flow control valves. Okay, but this flow is controlled flow because the control amount of oil is released back to the tank through the FCV. Means from this point some quantity of the oil is supplied to the flow control valve and again back supplied to the reservoirs, and only the remaining amount of the oil is flowing into the cylinder and piston is retract slowly. Suppose the 1 kg of oil is coming here, and out of this 1 kg 300 gram is supplied it back to the reservoir, only 700 gram is supplied here. Okay, so piston is by default retract with the slow speed because of the mass of the oil is reduced. Now here certain note is written. The speed control circuit for the motor can be drawn just by replacing the double acting cylinders by bidirectional motors. Now suppose instance of this double acting cylinder theory name is changed. Okay, so here the bleed off circuit is there, by mistake here the meter in circuit is written. Okay, so bleed off circuit for double acting cylinder we are studying. Okay, but instance of double acting cylinders in every case, that is in meter in circuit, in meter out circuit, or a bleed off circuits, in instance of the double acting cylinders they are asking about the motor. Okay, bidirectional motor, then you only need to change the symbols. Okay, so instance here of the symbol of double acting cylinders, you need to draw the symbols of the bidirectional motors. What is the symbol of bidirectional motor? There is a one circles, and inside the one circles you need to draw two triangles. Okay, and here you see the symbol of pump. In a pump symbol is drawn like this, means apex of the triangle is on the periphery. Okay, but for the motor it is the change. This apex is going inside, means towards the centers. In all the circuit, that is in meter out, meter in, bleed off circuits, we can use the bidirectional motors instance of the double acting cylinder. Means in short, you need to only change the symbols. Instance of double acting cylinder, you only need to draw the symbol of bidirectional motors. Bleed up control is used for opposing load only. Okay, it can prevent running away load. This is because return line is free part. Return line is free part means, suppose during these retractions, oil is entered from this side and this is the return line. So, okay, in the return line we are not able to control the speed. Okay, and we are not able to speed, and we are not able to control the running away loads. So running away load will not control, and the running away load will pull the pistons, and piston can resist that. Piston cannot resist that. The advantage of bleed up circuit is that it allows certain quantity of oil to flow back to the reservoirs through the flow control valves during a idle period. It prevents the flow of oil to flow through pressure relief valve, thereby it reduces the loss of powers and overheating of the oil during the idle periods. So thank you for watching this video. If you learned something, then like the video and subscribe my channels for watching the more video related to the mechanical engineering and the OHP subject.